this is this. Comes in a box like this. Not watching it. It does have instructions, and this is a light. Okay, what is this that I'm showing you? I'll put this away. Oh, sorry. This is a wireless key entry system retrofit. So let's say your car comes with just a central locking, but it's you have to put your key in and then unlock it. This is the case for the Volkswagen Polo that I'm driving currently at the moment, and it was something that my cousin actually wanted to do, and now that I've got the car, I'm deciding to install this system because I do see the point. Anyway, this little box comes with 2 keys. That's an antenna, and that's all the connections. Now these connections come in the form of these wires, okay, and all these wires do something. You can see from my wires I'm actually missing certain parts of it, all these, the one up here and some in the middle. The reason why these are missing is I picked them off, I've removed them in accordance to a wiring diagram that I found online specific to my vehicle. So you can see here, this is the wiring diagram, and this represents this block. Okay, so this is the block, and it would be in that direction, I believe. So as you can see, it says orange at the top. I have removed the orange wire. White, I have it still. Yellow, orange and black has been removed. White and black is still there, which is that third one down. So as you can see, I've just removed the ones which I don't want, and that corresponds to here. So as it says here, both wires are not needed. Please insulate separately. But rather than insulate it, we've got rid of it. So if you follow the white wire, the top one, would be connected to the door's wiring harness, and that would be a closed signal. So that would, when you press the button, tells this to send a signal to the car, and that will close the window, close the locks. The yellow signal, the yellow wire, which is here, goes from the yellow all the way down, and it's negative. So this yellow wire, this yellow and black wire, and the actual black all go to the negative wire on the car, or ground as it's called. So it's either ground or negative, because this is a negative driven, it's ground driven. So the switch comes when the negative is switching. So you have the switching of positive and negative. So the red wire is positive, and that's the only thing I need to connect up to the positive wire, according to this. So that would be this positive wire. So that's the red positive. It's got an inline fuse, right? And that I would link up. Now, how am I linking all these up? I have, let me put this to the side. I have this off eBay, and all it is a system where you would get your spade connector, this, you'd strip this back, pop this in, crimp it down, and that would connect into one of these. And what this is, if I give you a demonstration, here's my dummy wire. Okay, so this is on the vehicle. I have, now this is how this is designed. This will go into here. Now this is a bit big. Let me find a bigger one for you. With an orange one. Should be big enough. Yeah, so that's a bigger gap. So there you go. So that comes into here. So you take your connector, you push it in. Can you see that? Oh, sorry. Do apologize. Oh, no. Let's do it that way. So as you push on this, you use this. Can you see? That has connected to this wire here, like that. So if I open this up again, you'll see what's happened. What it's done is it's cut a tiny bit of the sheath, which is the brown plastic sheath, off. Oh no, I've taken it all apart. Which is a great way for you to see what's happening. It's pierced it a tiny bit, and that exposes some of the wiring. Then the spade connector, which would be on the end of here, boop, and that would connect here. And so what's happening is you're splicing off. So you're drawing some power that's going through this wire, and it will feed. So that's how I'm going to do it. That's a quick overview of how these work. One last thing that I want to mention is in my specific case, you can see here it says 180 ohm resistor. Now, I went and bought some resistors, and this is what it is. This is what it says here. It's a 180 ohm resistor. I hope it's the right one. It's the only one I can find. We will find out. And what I did was, I cut the wire and I put it here. Now I've heat shrunk this. You get some heat shrink tape, some heat shrink tubing. I've got an assortment here. And I soldered it. And you get one of these. So, in line. So then it would look exactly like this is coming, except for it has solder on it. So if that's a good view for you, that's what I did. Something like that. So, this is the driver's side on a British vehicle. Door. And what we do have to take this off, there are a couple of Torx T20 bolts, especially underneath here. So you've got one there, my finger is right there. You've got another one here, and a third one there, and then it kind of clips out. You still have to remove this. Okay, after I've removed these, I've pried up. As you can see, I've already pried up on this edge. That's why, I mean, you need a bit of elbow grease. Then I used my pry tool to, again, pry up on here. So I just put it in here a little bit, lifted, worked my way going like that. You've got, so for those, you've got a clip there, and a clip on that side as well. Sorry, and a clip on that side. So one here, one there, and one there, and there's one at the back. But as you clip off on these places, you kind of go 1, 2, 3, slowly up. You undo the electrical connector. Very easily done by just pushing down on the knob here. It just slides out. So you have these. Now, I think they are might be T30s. I'll just confirm that now. Yep, that's a T30. It's a T30. If you can see that, that's a T30. I'm just going to replace that. So T20 for the normal screws, for the screws around the bottom, and a T30 here. I'm just going to... Oh, that wasn't very tight. Let me continue with that. I'm going to take that one out. And just to tell you, I'm putting this underneath here so I don't forget anything and I don't lose anything. Okay, so I've just messed about just to get everything ready, and here we go. Exactly how I set it up before, it's set up right now. The only thing I've done so far off camera is I checked. So when I pull, this is exactly how it is when you pull off the door card. This is the way the wiring is. According to the wiring diagram, we need to connect to the white and blue. So white and blue. So what I did was trace the white and blue, and also I needed a 12 volts. So I could put my multimeter in the pins and check here against for 12 volts, and I'm getting 12 volts from the pin there. What you have to do is put your probe in here and touch the ground, which is anywhere on a metal surface. So that is the metal surface, and I'm getting 12 volts. So just to show you, so I've got that in there, I've got that there, and I'm getting 12 volts. Remove nothing, touching the thing, 12 volts. So that's my 12 volt made. I've connected this, the adapter that I showed you, so it's just gonna, it's pulling off 12 volts from here. So that's gonna feed the unit here, 12 volts, which would be this red cable there. So I can put that in there. One moment. So I've got 12 volts now connected. So that's 12 volts. That's all the 12 volts that we need. Then where do I get ground? There. I just undid this bolt, stripped back the wire, and I've got ground, or negative, and 12 volts. How do we know that's getting power? Well, to check, you use the key and you listen out for when I press the button. That's the relay, and then again the unlock. That's the other one. So now we know we've got 12 volts to this, so it's getting power. All now we have to find, if we go back to our connector, is to find the white and the white and black one with the resistor and connect it to the blue and white to unlock, and so they both go over the same, or the brown and white. But I think in my case there is no brown and white, there's only blue and white, which is here. Easily enough, I'm going to twist this together. So that's my blue and white and black and white. The unlock has the resistor connected to it, like we showed you earlier, which is that black piece here. So I'm going to twist that together. I'm going to poke that in. So I've got that in there. I'm just stuffing it in there like that. So you can see, it's just in there. I'm just going to unlock it and press lock and unlock, okay? So right now you can see it's locked. It's unlocked. I'm going to press it. I'm going to watch here. So that's locked. I'm going to press unlock. So let's watch this. Unlocked. So it's working. Here we go. While they're separated, that's facing down. I can go into here. Okay. So there. Right. We'll squeeze. There we go, that's squeezed and that's cut. So now I've just taken the cable out, right? So it should have cut a bit of the sheath and we should be able to get our signal. Now, on the other end, I'm going to get one of these, remember? Stick this into here. I'm going to crimp it. We're just going to crimp it here. I'm going to put this in here like that. Okay, let's do a test. I changed it for a blue one. It was a bit too small for that one. I thought that would be the right one, but what I did was take off the red one and put this blue one on, and it worked. And just to prove that it does work, lock, unlock. So all there is now is to do the tidying up, which I'll do off camera, and I'll put all this back together. Now I'm planning, just to show you, I'm planning on sticking it here. So that unit, I've got some double-sided sticky tape that I bought and put on the back here. So it's going to go somewhere on the actual plastic. I mean, I'll probably try and see if I can put it here. But obviously it's all part of the, they're all quite moulded. But I'm very happy to say that it's sorted. In the note of transparency, these correspond to these are the clips that you kind of clip out. So I'm prying these out and then I'm placing them back in here. So I'm sliding them back into here, a bit like that one, you see. So I'm going in between like that, and I'm kind of getting these out like that. You can then just slide that in here, and then when they'll pop back straight in. Okay, I forgot to lock the car. Well, usually I would lock it here because it's a key, there's no keyless entry. However, here we go. We've now locked the car. Everything is locked inside. And now we can unlock the car. So there you go.